Welcome to the first edition of In the Bullpen with Coach Alan Gum. I'm Josie Harris. Our team of reporters will bring you one-on-one interviews and personal stories from Central Arkansas baseball. Each week, players will take part in Rounding the Bases with Taryn Meyer, where the focus is not so much on baseball, but on the life of a student athlete. Host Mitchell Morgan will speak with Coach Gum each week, recapping last week's game and previewing what's up next for the Bears. Inside the Bullpen starts now.
Hi, and welcome into the Bullpen. As you can tell with the weather, we're kind of stuck in the stands, but that's all right. I'm Mitchell Morgan, joined by Coach Alan Gum. Coach, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Coach, you've been here since June 2010. Have you seen a huge change in the program since you've got here? Or can you describe that for me?
Yeah, I feel like, when I first got here, we had a big vision for the program, and just changing the culture is what it started with, and just getting a winning attitude and everything, whether it be academics, whether it be on the field, off the field academics, and just the baseball in general also. But I've seen a big change in just how many people come out, the atmosphere, of course the facilities and everything like that. So yeah, we've had a big change, and also, like I said, just the culture's changed also.
You even have a banner on the center field that says 2013 Tournament Champions. What's it like to win the tournament in your first couple of years here?
It's just incredible, and it's just, one of those feelings. There's nothing better as far as a coach getting to see your team pile up in the middle of the field, and we did that in Sugar Land. And then, like I said, we were 3 games away from Omaha, and just that one game from winning the regional against Mississippi State. But the joy comes out of that is watching our players collectively and individually reach their goals.
You talked about playing Mississippi State. What's it like playing teams like Vanderbilt this year? And you also play Oklahoma, I do believe, even Oregon State. Is it good for these players to play those big schools like that?
It is. I mean, we love the venues. They've got incredible cathedrals is what they play in, and of course the top talent in the country. But what we found also is we've played those guys, we've beaten a lot of those guys, and baseball's baseball. Right. If you throw strikes, you field it, throw it, and just play good fundamental baseball. It gives you a chance to beat anybody in the country, and that's why I like playing those guys, because we have beaten them, and just to show our guys and to build confidence and different things like that. And plus also just like I said, we're playing the best talent in the country, and I think that prepares us for the conference.
You're returning 5 starters from last year's team. You have 16 newcomers. How was the transition for the new guys during the offseason?
I think because of our leadership, because of our senior leadership, the transition's been really, really good for having those guys, teaching the younger guys what our expectations are, what our policies are, what we do, what we don't do. So it's been a good transition, and the guys that came in have just bought in. So that's been really nice.
Watching this team last year, Connor Gilmore, obviously, the star pitcher on the mound, and Tyler Langley, they both got all-conference honors for preseason. What are some other people to watch out for this team this year?
Well, of course, starting at third base, we've got Logan Preston, who led the league last year in home runs, and he was our shortstop last year. We moved him to third base. And of course, just going around Chris Townsend, and he'll start in left field for us. He's been just a main. He started as a freshman in that regional, in the regionals, so he's been with us, and as far as for 4 years, and just held in there. And Connor McLean, a 5th-year senior from Conway, who's been through, and those guys have been through the fire. So you look at those guys. We're looking for those guys. They've been here for 4 years. They've been to the regional. They've been and played in huge games, big games for us. So those are the guys we look for as far as starting off. And like I said, we've got a lot of good young players. We'll start 2 freshmen on the weekend. Cody Davenport on Saturday, Mark Moyer on Saturday, Mark Moyer on Sunday, and we'll start them. So we got a good blend of older guys that's been through the fire, and we've got some good young talent also.
What would you say the main focus was during these last couple of months before the season started?
Just stick to the system. Stick to your routine. Stick to the system. Prepare yourself to play. Prepare yourself to win. And really, the biggest thing we talk about is going through the process. Don't get caught up in results. Just work the process. Trust yourself, trust the team, and good things will happen.
Yeah, I've been out here in practice, and you seem like you have a lot of pep in your step. You seem ready to go, so it should be exciting. First coming up weekend from Missouri State. You actually played the first 8 games at home. That's got to be exciting as a coach.
That's nice. Last year we had a lot of games on the road, but as far as starting off first 8 games, like you said, at home it's good. It's good, and it looks like the weather's going to be great, so that's going to be nice also.
First weekend against Missouri State, a team last year that made it to the Super Regional, had a phenomenal record. They actually played Arkansas, I think, in the Super Regional game. They have a great pitching staff. Coach, talk about that game a little bit. What's it like going up against such a powerhouse in baseball like Missouri State?
Well, they are a powerhouse, and they, it just comes down to doing the fundamental things. We know this. If we don't give them free bases, whether it be walks or errors or anything like that, if we can control that, and what we found, if we don't give the other team 5 total bases, if we can keep it 5 or less, we win 97% of the game. It doesn't matter if we're playing Missouri State or Mississippi State or Oklahoma State or Sam Houston. It doesn't matter. If we can limit their bases, then that gives us a chance to win as far as that goes. And like I said, it just comes down to hitting good pitches, plate discipline, and this game's a lot of times talent's overrated if you have a good system that you're working for. And if our guys just stick to that, not try to do too much, we'll be just fine.
What do you think the identity of this Bears baseball team is going to be this year? I mean, you seem like we have a lot of offensive fire coming back. We obviously have Connor Gilmore who's going to be on the mound. Which way do you see the Bears leading more on the offense or defensive side of the ball?
Well, I think the identity of this team is going to be balance. I think we're really balanced. I think we're balanced on the pitching staff. We've got front-end guys. We've got good back-end guys, which is nice, which we feel like we've gotten stronger there. But we've got good offensive players, and I think so I think the identity is going to be balance. We're a balanced team, and that's usually that's kind of what we've been. We haven't been real strong in one area or the other. We've always been balanced, but this team for sure, no question about it. I think that's where our identity lies.
Rotation possibilities for this weekend? Can you tell us who's gonna start?
Yeah, Gilmore.
Friday.
I mean, he's been old man river for us. I mean, steadies, and then we'll go Cody Davenport on Saturday, and we'll go Mark Moyer on Sunday.
Is that the rotation you see if you're using most of the year? Hopefully.
You just never know.
Yeah.
I've never started with the rotation and ended with the same one, and you never know what happens. Different things. Some guys, if they'll just stick to the process, get better, and sometimes it's just as simple as having matchups. We may face a team that has a lot of left-handed hitters, so we may start Chris Durham during that weekend. So, and what I like about this team is we've got a lot of those options this year on the mound.
Coach, we got to interview actually Coach Harlan, Coach Hill, and Coach Klein earlier this week. What's it like working with those guys? Because they seem like a really fun group of guys to be around all week.
Oh, they are. There's no question. And what's been great is we've been together now. This is our 3rd year together, which makes all the difference in the world. But what I like about those guys, they're high class, and they love players. And they're not in this coaching business for trying to climb a ladder or anything like that, even though they will. All 3 of those guys one day will be coaching at extremely the highest level in this game, probably because of their character. But they're in it because the players, and what they try to do is help them each day. So for me, it's a joy to be around those guys. And in our coaching office and everything like that, it is. We have a good time, and we spend a lot of time together, and I just feel like we sharpen each other. And they're just a class act. All 3 of those guys, no doubt, are going to go on, and they're going to do great things in their future because of their character and because of their baseball knowledge. Also, don't underestimate that either. But they love our players first, and then they go from there, and that's what I appreciate about them.
Thank you so much, Coach. All right, we got to sit down with the rest of the coaches to preview the 2016 season.
I think the biggest thing that we're taking back from last season to now is just the experience. We've got a big group of seniors coming back, a bunch of other young guys who got a lot of experience, got a lot of playing time last year in freshman roles that are going to be stepping up as sophomores this year. A couple of key arms, a couple other key position players. They got a lot of playing time last year that I think is really going to help us out during the season, especially how difficult it is in conference, especially in our conference, how good it is. Great group of freshmen, a couple other junior college guys. And one thing I give credit to our coaching staff is that we recruit kids who fit us. That's what we always talk about, is we try to get kids that fit us, that fit our program, fit our system. And so it honestly just kind of all gels together pretty easily because we get a specific type of kid that we know is going to fit well with us and with our team.
I think we have good balance from top to bottom. I think we have a good blend of young arms with some arms that have some experience, that have pitched here in some games of consequence. I think off the top of my head, first we have to talk about Connor Gilmore. As a freshman, was able to throw some very significant innings for this club in a regional and in a conference tournament. Was able to help lay a foundation for the future of this program. And so he's back. He's a senior this year with a tremendous amount of experience. We have other guys back like Connor McLean here from Conway, who has seen some very significant innings. So he's back. We have Riley Eccles that is back that last year threw very well for us. And then some young arms, some guys that stepped up in the tournament last year. You have Chris Durham and Tyler Gray. And then we have some guys coming in, some guys that are freshmen that maybe haven't pitched in college necessarily, but have pitched in some pressure-packed games in high school and have demonstrated the ability to pitch at a high level.
I think the attitude as far as offense, defense, pitching is just to attack. You know, I think we've got the ability, we've got the personnel that we want to be on the attack constantly. I think we've got very, very talented hitters as far as 1 through 9. You know, I think that this year, going into the season, we're really excited because we can get certain guys in certain parts of the lineup, and we can really kind of focus on their strengths. Where we'll have a 2-hitter. Where a 2-hitter can be a 2-hitter, and a 9-hitter can be a 9-hitter, and we can get guys in situations where they're in the middle of the lineup, and they're driving runs in. So I think just getting guys confident and understanding that we're always going to be on the attack. We're going to fight, every single inning to extend the inning as long as possible. Our mindset is trying to get to 18 pitches every single inning. We want to drive that guy's pitch count up as much as we possibly can. We want to get into their bullpen early, as early as we can into the weekend. We want to finish every at-bat. We want to make sure that it doesn't matter whether we're up 10 or we're down 10 or it's inning 1 or inning 9. We want to be able to finish every single at-bat. And then finally, faith. We want to have the faith in ourselves to get the job done. And if we don't, we've got to have the faith in the guy behind us to get the job done as well.
That's all we have for this week's edition of In the Bullpen. The Bears open their 2016 season on Friday against Missouri State right here in Bear Stadium. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at UCA Channel 6 Sports, where Taryn and myself will bring you updated coverage on Bears baseball Monday through Friday on News 6. Channel 6 Sports is also the exclusive home for the rebroadcast of Bears baseball games. You won't miss a pitch with our coverage this season. For Taryn Meyer, Mitchell Morgan, and myself, we'll see you next week on In the Bullpen with Coach Alan Gum.